Hey, everybody, waiting for Maria to get on. I've been a little bit under the weather, so I'm hoping, been kind of a lot under the weather. Actually, last week, just kind of recovering, but I still feel like I'm in a fishbowl.
Feel better. Take lots of vitamins that you recommend, my love.
Oh, I am. I'm taking all kinds of stuff. It's keeping me going for sure. You know, just when it's like in your head, you feel like there's a bunch of pressure. I can't actually hear out of my right ear, which is weird. I'm having an emotion.
Run small intestine on the Healy.
Actually, I think it's an emotional issue from last weekend. I think it's something. I'll share it on the advanced workshop call. Like I kind of know what it is, but it's not out of my system yet.
Yeah, understood. Those emotions, huh?
Yeah, I'll make sure on the call because it's a good one. I know briefly talked to Maria a minute ago, so when she gets on, we'll start the call and the recording. There she is. Hey, Maria. Maria.
Hey there.
Hey, I'm gonna make you co-presenter.
Okay.
I mean, if I can.
Oh no, I'm scared.
I was just telling everybody I'm still sounding froggy, but I'm going to watch I'll keep letting people in. We still have a minute or two, so people are still jumping in.
I'm gonna go grab my drink. Go ahead.
All right, good. Did you find that thing we talked about? Did you find that?
I did, and it's in the back office, so I can show it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay. So whenever you want to show your screen, you can. All right, so we'll get started. It's 5 o'clock here in Houston. Let me do the recording. Oh, it already is recording. Okay. So I'm never sure about that. And then I think it's not. Maria, I was gonna start with just a little emotional story. And then we don't have much to cover as far as an agenda goes. We were gonna answer questions and see what you guys are up to. Hope you had a nice Thanksgiving. So Maria, do you want to start with anything before I tell my emotional sick story? Maria?
Yep, I'm coming back.
Oh, okay, sorry. I was going to tell a little story. Do you have anything you want to share first?
No, I want to hear your story.
Okay. So for those of you that are on the call that attended the advanced workshop, you guys don't know what I'm talking about. For everyone else, I'm just going to share this because this is a perfect example of how, you know, we can be affected. And like when you start learning how the body works and what you're reacting to, you start going, okay, now I see what's going on here. And it kind of hits you from another angle. And it also kind of gives you your own responsibility. I had actually a very amazing testimony that I won't read it tonight. I might share it in an email. It was just quite amazing that happened from the emotional workshop. But my own story is this. I have a last weekend, so a week from this last weekend, my daughter and my grandson stayed at my house for the weekend. So from Friday to Monday. And I'm one of those people, like, I can't even tell you when I've been sick, like never. Like, I can't remember in 5 years, maybe I've been sick once, and it was over Christmas, which, is usually family related stuff. So anyway, my daughter gets here, and this particular daughter, I love her to death. Well, I shouldn't say to death, but I love her a lot. And she cannot help herself, but she's kind of a gossipy, kind of, out of my twin daughters, she's very gossipy. And she can't help herself from talking about my ex-husband, his new wife, blah, 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 blah. And even if I say, Jennifer, I don't want to hear all that, she literally cannot help herself. Like, she'll say, okay, I understand. And then the next word out of her mouth is something about this. So I'm also the person that during COVID and during this whole mess, I take things to boost my immune system, of course, but I'm also the one telling everybody, oh, I'm not worried about getting sick. I'm not worried about getting sick. I'm not worried about getting sick. Like, I don't care. I'm hugging people, only wear a mask if I have to. I just don't buy into all that stuff. And so anyway, here comes my daughter, and she's sick with my grandson. And I'm like, I'm not worried. I'm not going to get sick. I don't care. And man, by the time I'd been with her 24 hours, the first thing that happened was my right ear completely closed. Like, it felt like I had a plug in it. Now, that came out of nowhere. I fell asleep Friday night, woke up the next day, couldn't hear. And I'm like, hearing conflict. Okay, get it. Daughter's here talking about my ex-husband, right ear. Okay, I got the message. And then over the next 3 days, it just didn't stop. I mean, it didn't even stop once she got back to Colorado, because then she started sending me videos of my ex-husband and his wife and their family pictures they took. And I'm like, is she totally clueless? And it's just kept going. So it was like never like a relief. And I kept thinking, okay, she's going to leave on Monday. I'll be fine. It'll recover. And it just got worse and worse. And so I'm sitting here like going, okay, what do I got to clear? And sinus and mucus and this feeling like my head's going to fall off is like frustration. So sinuses is always about irritation, frustration. And like Maria and I talk a lot about this in the advanced class, and how to be aware of this and how it's affecting you and what to do about it. But I can say that when you're in it, it's there, it's affecting you, and you're like, God, but my head still feels like it's going to explode. Last week, I took 2 days off, slept most of 2 days. And then I woke up to a text from her with this video, and I'm like, and then I laid back down, it was almost like crush me. And then I got back up and I was like, okay, I'm going to try this again. So, when we're talking about the Healy, and a lot of you guys that took the advanced class, you guys have sent us some amazing testimonies already. But my own testimony is, like, I can sit here and I can take a bunch of stuff. I'm not going to take antibiotics. I'm not going to go to the doctor. I'm not worried about COVID, but I know what this is about. This is about irritation, frustration, and hearing, like trying to block all this nonsense. And our bodies will do this for us if we're, not able to stop it or willing to fix it ourselves or whatever. Sometimes you can't fix it. I get it. You're around family. It's the holidays. It's actually the reason people get sick around the holidays is because that once or twice or 3 times a year that they're around people that might normally irritate them or have that little poke that they do, it can really mess with you. But even while it's happening, though, it's quite uncomfortable. So anyway, if I sound, it kind of comes and goes. Like right now, I can't hear out of my right ear at all. And I did work today, and I'm still a little bit behind because of last week. But I just have to say that, we have to always check in to see, I could do not really ears. There's not an ear program specifically, but I could do release, or I could do bioenergetic boost, and I could do all these Healy programs. But really, it's like emotional contentment. It's mental. It's the brain stuff. It's the part that is about being happy. And it's not that I'm not happy. I'm very happy, but it's that part that just kind of gets to you. So anyway, I did want to share that because I know a lot of people, I'm getting a ton of phone calls and emails from clients that are sick right now. And, they were just around family, or someone got tested positive for COVID, and that's when you should use the bioenergetic boost on your Healy in the gold programs to kind of just, or even clean all or bacteria under the bioenergetic section of the programs. But anyway, if you guys have any questions about that, tonight we can talk about, there's lots of things to do to keep healthy. But if it's family members and it's something that's irritating or frustrating, or even like, I could have vision changes because of stuff, like then it's a video. It's not just telling me, then it turns into a video. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to see that. Like once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it, but I was like, okay, clear. I was like, just trying to stay balanced. But we're all kind of thrown into that kind of, I think, over the holidays, not everybody, but then it wasn't terrible. It was just my defense mechanisms were like, done. I don't want to hear it. And so instead of her respecting that, my body said, I'm not going to hear it. So I'm just going to shut. And that's still like basically what's happening. So anyway, Maria, do you want to add anything to that? Are you getting a lot of calls about people being sick over the holidays or trying to boost their immune system?
I am, and I wanted to add to yours too, because right ear is always about liver, left ear is always about heart. So that makes sense that you shut off your right ear, and then the sinuses kick in, which is, irritation towards someone close, or maybe removed, but still close. So yeah, so I'm all for looking at the body and what it's the symbolism of what it's telling you. Can we talk a little bit about C19 briefly and just kind of talk about that? It's a recorded call, but
Sure.
I'd love to jump into that for people.
Yeah.
Okay. So in all of my research, and I don't claim to be the be all end all of research, but COVID, the virus itself pulls iron from the hemoglobin. So it extracts and strips the red blood cells of iron. So now you're iron poor. So that's why a lot of people with comorbidities where anemia might be an issue is they're a little bit more susceptible to this virus. So the interesting thing about iron in the blood is in order to get oxygen transference in the lungs, you need iron. So if you're iron deficient, then it becomes an oxygen issue. But because you don't have iron in the blood, you don't have oxygen transference. So that's what has to happen. You have to have iron in the red blood cell in order to receive oxygen. And that's why ventilators don't necessarily work, because it's not an oxygen supply issue, it's an oxygen transference issue. Well, guess what keeps iron in the red blood cells? Vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, selenium. And it's kind of what we've been preaching over and over and over again, is increase your vitamin C, increase your vitamin D, increase your zinc, because the cytokine storms, they want to blame all of these symptoms from the virus on other things like, oh, it's the cytokine storm. That's why you're having these issues. Well, why are you having the cytokine storm? And Gwen and I keep asking why. That's the difference between, allopathic medicine and natural medicine is we tend to keep asking why. Well, why then why are you, iron poor? Why is there a cytokine storm? And it all leans back to that. So when I think I had this back a year ago, well, in February this year, I figured out that I needed 16,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day for about 5 days. So 16,000 milligrams. And most people are good to get, an extra 1,000, 2,000 in. So I was taking a teaspoon of ascorbic acid, and I started out, took that at 7 in the morning. Now, when you do vitamin C, you're looking for bowel intolerance, to where you get a little bit of rumbling in your gut or diarrhea. So I took that first teaspoon, which was 4,000 milligrams. Didn't feel anything, although I could breathe better. An hour later, I did another teaspoon. Still no diarrhea or rumbling in my gut, but I could breathe better. The next hour, I took another teaspoon. So now we're at 12,000 milligrams, and I still do not have diarrhea. So the 4th hour, I took another teaspoon. So that's 16,000 milligrams finally. And it was good because I had to leave for work because I thought I can't do anymore. I'm going to be at work in the bathroom the whole time. I finally felt some gut rumbling and I went, okay, there's my tolerance, my bowel intolerance for vitamin C. So I needed 16,000 milligrams of vitamin C in my system. And I needed that for 4 days in a row. And then on the 5th day, the second teaspoon I took caused that gut rumbling. So it came down to 8,000 milligrams. But I'll tell you what, after that 4 days, every single one of my symptoms was gone. I could breathe completely easy again. And then I have a daughter-in-law who works at the hospital, and she, when we were talking about this, she said, oh yeah, she goes, all of our COVID people are anemic and we can't fix it. But that I always go back to the first week of when they were doing all of their broadcasting before all of the newscasters get their script on what they're supposed to tell us. And that first week or so with the Wuhan virus, they were talking about IV infusions with vitamin C in China. Do you remember that? And then all of a sudden you didn't hear anything about it. It was just kind of like, we didn't talk about that at all, but that's because it was working. And so I am always telling people, the minute it used to be when we got a fever or when we got a sore throat, or when our nose got a little stuffy, our head felt a little full, just like what Gwen was talking about, those would be our indicators to take more supplements, or more supplementation to get better. But now our first warning sign needs to be, I'm more tired today than I was yesterday. And it wasn't because I had worse sleep or anything like that. I'm just more fatigued. That needs to be our number one sign right now that we've got to start doing something now. We got to start acting now, because fatigue is the first sign, where it used to be, oh, I woke up with a little bit of a scratchy throat, or my head feels a little full today. Those days are gone. We need to look for fatigue. Fatigue needs to be the first sign that we start, prevention with intention, 100%. So that's my take on it. That's what I've been talking to people. And Gwen, I know, has researched and done tons more information. So I'll hand it over to Gwen, because I know she's got more great information to share.
Well, the only thing I would add is that you don't want to wait till you're 5 days into it to do something.
Exactly.
My best people is have things on hand so that when you get that first bit of tiredness, when you get that first, wake up with a little scratchy throat, you don't want to wait till you're 3 days into it and can't breathe at all, because natural medicine, that's when it doesn't work great. But if you have that vitamin C at home, the D, the zinc, what I've been recommending is the C, D, zinc, and ionic silver. And especially even I use it to wash my hands, like not wash my hands, but spray my hands or spray my mouth when I've been in public. That's why I wasn't really worried, but I was kissing all over my grandson. But I really don't think it had to do with contagion. I think it had to do with emotions. But, if you take all that at the very first sign, and I'm a huge fan of Sambuca or elderberry stuff. But if you take that at the very first sign and double up, triple up, quadruple up, get to what Maria's talking about, many times you'll go to bed and the next day you're just fine. Sometimes it'll linger, but I know people that are, getting sick, and that we've had a run on those same products that were very popular back in March, April, and May. But the other thing I'll say just about that word, that CV word, is that over the holidays,
I said it, by the way. I actually spoke it.
I'm going to call it some people were like referring it to like Corona, like beer, but whatever. So what happened to my family over the holidays was my niece, who has a 2-year-old, her husband works in oil and gas in Texas, and he was off somewhere and he got sick and they made him get COVID tested. So he tested positive. So before he could drive home, my niece had a sore throat. She went to the urgent care and got tested positive. So this is $150 each, by the way, to get the rapid test. So then he felt, okay, well, I'm going to go home because we both already have it. Well, my sister was super bummed that they weren't coming for Thanksgiving, even though he was sick, but my niece wasn't really, just had a little bit of a cough. And so my sister said, well, I'll pay. Why don't you just go get retested? Which I kind of thought, well, that's pointless, but you hear a lot of these things on the news. So my niece's husband and my niece went to a different facility. So he went to a different facility in a different city. She went to a different facility in the same city. Within 48 hours of getting a positive test, they both got negative tests. So now they're $600 out of pocket to not know if they have it because 2 tests said positive and 2 tests said negative, like 1 each. And then my daughter was here sick and she was about to fly back to Colorado and be about a bunch of her husband's family. So he wanted her to get tested. She goes and spends $150 and she tests negative, which I knew she didn't have it because she didn't have a cough or loss or taste, any of the main symptoms. And, but there's another 150 out the window. So they're kind of banking on these rapid tests for people. But the problem is if you get 2 or 3 of them, you get different results. So, the best thing is self-care, to know what you can do on your own, because the last place I want to be is in an urgent care facility. I don't want to be around a bunch of weirdos and sick people. So I just kind of would stay away from that. But, that was the only way that she could fly home. Like her husband's literally saying, don't come back here unless you get tested. So anyway, that's also a little bit of a racket. And there's lots of news stories about people. I think even some mayors and governors, there was one just like in the last 2 days, he had 2 tests the same day. And one said he was positive and one said he was negative. And he was, I don't know, mayor of governor, not governor, he maybe mayor of San Antonio. So anyway, who knows? But I mean, if you're going to get 2 tests and they're different, then what point is getting the test done? Except to scare you and put you in quarantine for 2 weeks. But I don't have any.
One of the healthcare workers here in Greeley said that the tests that they're giving now at Banner Health, I think it's maybe UC Health, have a 67% accuracy rate. 67% accuracy. So we really don't know. We just got to do prevention with intention and self-care. That's
exactly
what we're doing.
But I don't have any other advice except the bioenergetic boost on the Healy, and anything tonsils on the Healy, anything that would boost immune system, get enough rest. The safety things, if you're the people that seem most in risk are the elderly people with already major health complications. So those people do need to be more careful and not, just not taking any precautions, only because they should also be more careful with the flu. If the flu's going around, you just don't go trying to be around a bunch of people. But yeah, I don't have anything extra.
What we could offer up is, if you're gonna decide to self-care, you can, pick a day where you can be around, close to a bathroom and do a bowel intolerance and find out where your vitamin C level is at, and then kind of stick with that. For the vitamin C, vitamin D, anywhere from 5 to 10,000 IUs a day. More if you are infected or you feel like you're really, I don't know what were you taking, Gwen, during this time? Were you adding vitamin D in at a higher level?
Yeah, I'll tell you what I'm taking exactly. So, I mean, it doesn't matter what product it is, but Apex has an Ultra D 5000 that's 5,000 IUs in 1 teaspoon. So I've been recommending that product and telling people if they get sick to double it to 10,000 IUs. So that's a pretty good dose in a teaspoon. And then I've been taking, without being sick, I take at least 2,000 and mostly times 4,000 milligrams of vitamin C. And that's when I'm not sick. So I doubled it. Now I'm taking close to 10,000 milligrams of vitamin C. And then zinc, they usually come in between 25 to 50 milligrams. And I was taking 1 daily, not sick, and then I doubled it to 2 daily, AM and PM. So the one I take particularly is 50 milligrams, so it's doubled. I've not been taking a single selenium. And then I have an ionic silver that has a pump. So I've just been taking a few pumps in my mouth every time I walk in the kitchen. So it's not specifically every hour or 2, but when I wasn't sick, I was taking 2 pumps twice a day. And I had a spray bottle. I have a spray bottle in my car. And so I would just spray over my mask and my fingers when I had been like at Costco or somewhere that I wanted to make sure I wasn't bringing back any bad juju. But I wasn't like paranoid about it. I'm like, if I did or didn't do it, it's just the grocery store, Costco, Walgreens, whatever. So, and that's been working pretty well. I do take Sambucol also. I've been taking that right now, and I love Sambucol. I love the elderberry products. I said this on a call a long time ago, but maybe it wasn't even on a Healy call, but a lot of people don't realize that the research behind Sambucol is the Israeli military biochemists found out they were trying to, back in one of the Israeli wars, like maybe during the Desert Storm stuff, they were trying to find what was the best hack for bioweapon viruses, like basically stuff the military would use to make another military sick. And they found that out of every compound possible, everything they tested, nutrition, herbs, everything, elderberry had the highest antiviral potency. And there was a little bit of craziness in the beginning of COVID about elderberry, because they were saying, oh, but you don't want that because it creates a cytokine storm. And they were actually, I think, confused, because that's actually what you do want to block the reaction in the body. And so I don't know why people, I mean, I just think regular people on Facebook didn't know what they were talking about. But then it got for a few months there, like April to July, where you can find Sambucol. You can find it in the store, you can buy it online, nowhere had it. Now it's again like at Costco and most grocery stores. But I think all elderberry is pretty equal, except Sambucol, the formula is actually the Israeli formula. That it's a French biochemist that was doing the research for the Israeli government, and that is the actual formula they were using to keep their military safe against Gulf War syndrome, which interestingly enough affected many American soldiers that were using that stuff against the Israelis, but the Israelis weren't affected. So a lot of people don't know the side story to the research behind elderberry. They're just like, oh, it's a herb, it's no big deal. It actually is a huge deal, because they found that it was more effective than like Tamiflu or any of the prescription type things that would be for cold flu symptoms.
That's great info. Why would we not just use digital nutrition? Because when you're in a weakened state, you have used up all your reserves. So we still have a physical body. We still have, the physical nature of us. And yes, everything can be influenced by frequencies and energy, but we still are an organism that has a digestive tract. We have to keep that in mind, that especially when we're deficient, we've used up our reserves. So we kind of need to look at digital nutrition as the spark plug in the engine, but we still need fuel in the engine. What the spark plugs can do is make the fuel be more efficient. And that's exactly what digital nutrition does, is it allows the body to see and have a better vibration resonance with that nutrition when it comes in. So should you be running the digital nutrition? Absolutely, I was. And I was also, scanning that I needed the bioenergetic boost every single day. It was in my top 3 every single day. So I was also running that. But yes, the Healy is very, very powerful for that. But I don't know that the Healy could make up. It could maybe over time, but you'd feel, kind of crappy for a long time. But I don't know that it could make up the difference in what you need nutritionally, aside from getting it into your system. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of people have different opinions that like, oh, we don't have to take nutrition anymore because we don't have to eat anymore. We don't have to do anything because we've got Healy digital nutrition. I just don't think that's the case. I don't think that's true. I think it enhances, I'm using it more as a homeopathic than the actual in place of. So.
Yeah, and I'd also say, we don't know how many hours or minutes you'd have to run vitamin C and digital nutrition to get 12,000 milligrams. I mean, I don't know how that converts. So until someone maybe has that data, and do I want to take something that takes 1 second, or do I want to sit with that thing on me for 4 hours to get the same,
Right.
more immediate minerals? I think have an electrical charge in the body. So I agree exactly with what you said, but we don't know how many minutes that we need vitamin D digital nutrition to equal 10,000 IUs. I think that's really the point.
Right. Cool.
Do you want to talk, Maria,
What is
before the questions?
what is our hard stop tonight on this call? Because I know we've got another call and you've got a time.
I've already taken care of that, so I'm good till like 6:15.
Okay.
Texas time. Did you want to talk about the program question I asked you earlier? Like in case
let me see if I can share my screen on this.
And then we can open it up to whatever questions people have.
Okay, so here is dashboard. And then I went to the shop. And so this is the
Start with the
shop.
So they know what we're talking about.
Oh, you're going to have to tell me what the question was. It was like, how do I find the new revitalization program?
Well,
that I can't.
such a thing because I didn't see the email. So do you want to start with the email? Because I didn't even see.
I did send you the email. Let me see if I can pull it up.
But just for people on the call that may not know where we're headed
Yeah.
with it.
So here is this email that came out. It looks like it was on Monday, the 30th. And so by Healy Bioenergetic Revitalization. So this is their new anti-aging, vitality and energy. You should have gotten it from news@healyworld.net. So you can look there. You come down here, gives you a really nice, I think it's like a 5-minute video. So you can view the video, you can look at the flyer. Let me just I'll pull up the flyer. I think that's a little bit smaller. Yeah, so here is the flyer that they send out with good information on what it's for. I haven't really, you're gonna have to give Gwen and I a teeny bit of grace, because after the advanced workshop and then going right into Thanksgiving and then going into the barrage of orders and stuff that we got, we're still trying to catch up with Healy. We're trying to get back into the saddle with Healy. So I haven't really reviewed all of this in depth. But anyway, you should have received it. If you didn't, you could let me know and I could forward it to you. But then let me get to here. So this is the shop. So question was, how do I order it? How do I get it? It is a subscription. So if you get to your shop, click in your back office and get to your shop, and then you're going to have to scroll down through. And this is interesting. Some people don't even know that there's anything below this, that there's your Healy's. And then, but if you keep scrolling, you find a lot of things. So you've got your watch, you've got your Heal Advisor Digital Nutrition, which is $95 a month. You've got your connector fee with the watch, $22 a month. You've got your watch bundle, which is the watch and this connector fee. So that's those two things. You save about $40-ish, something like that, in buying the Connect bundle. Here is the Heal Advisor search module, which I think is amazing. And then here is the DNSC bundle, which we think is the greatest deal. What we have to remember is that moving into January, every single business center, in order to get all the commissions due you, that includes the matching bonus and the dual leg bonus, you will have to have 50 PV or up to 100 PV if you've ranked up to senior leader or manager. So this digital nutrition bundle is higher than that 50 PV. Just the digital nutrition itself at $95 a month is that 50 points, 50 PV personal volume. And so that would cover that. All multi-level marketing companies that I've ever worked with require you to make a purchase, have some sort of a personal purchase every single month so that you remain active to get all of your commissions. I was a little disappointed in Healy that they didn't do that from the start, because we've had 9 to 10 months of really nice, no, you don't have to activate your business center. You can just have an active downline and it suffices. Now we're being thrown into, okay, now's the time where you start paying. And I kind of wish they had done that from the start. But what we have to remember too is building a downline. If all business centers who are building a business, if they're required to have a monthly purchase, that's also points that are guaranteed being generated in your downline. So I think it's really important that we embrace it and just go, okay, if I'm going to start putting out $95 a month or whatever that it looks like in your world, then I will, I'll sell enough Healy's and I'll create a downline and support a downline enough to accommodate that. So I think that's how we have to kind of look at that. So this DNSC bundle is the watch and the digital nutrition search app, the digital nutrition and the Heal Advisor search module. So it's the watch, the connector fee, the digital nutrition, and the Heal Advisor search, all of these. So these three things right here, the digital nutrition, the connector, and the search module, all total more than mine is like, I think it comes to $98.92 with my Greeley tax is what I pay per month. Instead of, the 150, 156 or whatever that comes to. So this is definitely a good deal, whether you wear the watch or not. I'll go into that a little bit more on wearing the watch or not. Here is the new one that they came out with. And if there's somebody on the call that has researched what the PV volume is for the Heal Advisor Bioenergetic Revitalization module, say that fast 10 times. if anybody on the call knows the PV for that, please jump in and tell us what that is. I haven't researched that yet, but this is where you find that new one. And that's the email that we just looked at. That's this module. And that's
25.
It's 25. Thank you.
Yeah.
So it's 25 PV per month to have this one. So if you had this one and the Heal Advisor search, you'd probably meet your PV. There is a point system. I'd have to go in the back office and look for that. I should have had that available. Sorry. If you scroll down farther, they've got the travel case. You can get more electrodes. You can get more cables. And then down below are all the programs that then you can add. So all of these are, you can buy them at any time. If you bought the Gold or the Holistic Health Plus, and let's say you wanted the fitness program, you would just come in and add this to your cart and pay the $92 plus your VAT fee. And it would be available to you on an upgrade or an update in your Pink app. And all of a sudden you would have the fitness module available for you. And then here
Maria?
are the
Oh, sorry. Can I just ask you a quick question about the watch bundle?
Sure.
So I don't know where it is. I've been looking, I haven't found it yet. So I thought I'd just ask you here. So I've got the DNSC bundle. I have the watch and the whole bundle. I purchased it August 15th when it went on sale. And November 15th, it went to charge me and it said it failed. I don't know why, because the credit card was fine. And I thought, well, maybe if I put a different credit card in there, nothing still, and I don't have access to it. Is there a workaround for that? Or where can I find that if there is one?
So you might have to put in a service ticket. I know there's a place where you can okay. How long ago did you put in the service ticket?
On the 15th or 16th of November.
Okay, so we're still within that 2-ish weeks. I would give it a little bit more time. I had somebody that put a ticket in on November 8th and she just got contacted yesterday. So I think they're trying to catch up, but again, now we have another sale. So there's going to be inundated with, more anyway. So
Can I
this
speak
is
about that? This is Annie. I had
go ahead.
heard that people's subscriptions got discontinued because they changed their payout or their payment process. Or
and there is a place, and I may be able to find that here after I get done with this. I may be able to go and see where it says to go into your subscriptions, and then you put in a new credit card number and update it. And that's if you
what I did.
Oh, you did that.
Yeah.
You did that and it didn't work. Okay. Then yeah, you're going to have to wait. I would say wait another, probably into this next week, and if you don't get a response, this is what I'm telling people to do. I'm telling people to go in and open up. In fact, let me just go through this really quick and make sure that people understand that this is where you find, and then I'll go find that for you. So here's the apps, and then here's all the upgrades. So if somebody wants to go from a Gold to Holistic Health, or upgrade from a Holistic Health to a Resonance, they can put these in and add them to their cart. That's how they would upgrade. Or they can just upgrade slowly by adding all of these. Now you can't upgrade to a Resonance because they don't have a Resonance here, but you can add all of these apps depending on what you're lacking at the time. Okay, so let's go back to, let me see if it'll take me back to, go to the top here. I gotta move this window. Let me see what happens if I go back to the dashboard. Okay, so shop. Okay. So here's a new one, activate your Healy. You can actually come in here and it gives you 2 options. And then I'll go down here to my shop, to my subscriptions. So you can go ahead and if you upgraded to a Resonance, or I haven't tried this on somebody who hasn't received their free Resonance yet, their free upgrade to a Resonance. I need to try that with somebody tonight or tomorrow, and I should have tried to do it before the call, but busy day. But I wanted to see if if you click on one of these, it'll autofill down here where you click in what you have. Oh, this is prefix. Oh, that's on your information pack right here on your invoice number. And you would find that in your shop. Oh, it's going to take me out of here. Orders. Okay, so you would find this number, you would put it here as your prefix, and then you would put in your invoice number here and your serial number of your device. Or if you choose this option, you click in the shop number, which is the order number that from your email that you received, and your serial number. So those are two ways that you can activate your own subscription, which I think is great. So we'll do that. Or if you get a Healy that's not activated, you can activate it on your own. Okay, so here's the other place, the shop and the orders. Here's the subscriptions. And this person doesn't have any. Let me see if I click browse products, what happens? Probably nothing. If you have one here, it should say to click on it and you can change your credit card. And I don't know why it took me there. Okay. Anything else we want to look at in the back office while I'm here? Addresses, subscriptions, orders, Healy device. They're changing things all the time, which makes it a little harder for us. Anybody who hasn't accessed their e-wallet yet, they would click on My Payouts and go to I Payout. This will take you to the e-wallet. I will say that once the money gets put into I Payout, if you click on here and you actually see money waiting for you, but you can't figure out how to get it into your account, it's not a Healy issue. So don't put in a customer service ticket for that. That is an I Payout issue. And you can contact them at their 800 number on their live chat, and they are amazing. They're very fast. They can do things on the spot with you right there. I've helped people get their money twice now, 2 different occasions, just by using their live chat, and it happened within minutes. They were able to rectify everything and get all the paperwork set up. So
Maria,
yeah.
This is Angela. Hi. I have a comment to that point. I have commissions, a small commission check in September, and for some reason I did call the e-wallet, and they said that it hasn't been deposited yet into the e-wallet account, so it's still at Healy, and I wasn't sure how to get it from my from Healy to my e-wallet. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not quite sure.
So I'm going to go here to my support center, and then I'm going to submit a new case. And again, they've changed these. These are not accurate on ATP 123 yet, but I'm going to choose a topic. So here's all the topics that you can choose. So in that case, it would be my commissions.
Okay.
Click that first. And then the drop down would be my commissions. Let's see, incorrectly deposited. If you don't see it here, you can click other, and then I'm telling people in the subject to put in bold letters. I didn't receive commissions for whatever month that would be. Because I don't know that I would put commission statement. Maybe payment, you could put payment and say, I didn't receive payment for month ending, blah, blah, blah. So let's go through this a little bit. That's what I would do. I put it in bold and then type in here, I Payout has not received my commissions from August 2020, whatever, could you please, whatever. And then this is what I'm saying. I'm always telling people, just put your tickets in at 10, 11, or 12 midnight later in the day, because I know when I come in the morning, I don't scroll down to find the first person that emailed me after my day ended. I start from the top and move down. So I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I always tell people, put your tickets in late, because the next morning, hopefully you're at the top of the pile. I don't know if that works or not. I'm just throwing that out there. So on some of these other ones though, like my orders, then you come over here to this drop down, and now we can look at my order isn't visible. It's order process canceled. That would be if it happened, if it failed, delivery missing or faulty, promotion code. That would be probably if you put a code in and it didn't go. Reimbursement. If you were charged too much and you're looking for reimbursement, you could do that. So what I'm telling people is, if you put an order in, put a service ticket in, and it seems like it's taken over, I'm telling people 2.5 to 3 weeks. If you haven't heard anything except for that first email that you get that we've received your email, if you haven't heard anything, go in here, and once you submit a ticket, you'll have a line. It'll be a line here that shows what your message was, and then over here it's close or pending. If it's pending and you have not heard anything, I'm telling people close that ticket out, because closing that ticket out means that there's one less ticket that they have to worry about, but then submit a new one. Right? So just submit a new one, but you're going to close out that other one first. Don't have 5 open tickets for the same thing. Also, when you click submit, if you don't get a screen saying, hey, thank you, don't click it again, because clicking it again puts 2 tickets in. Clicking it again puts 3 tickets in. And that's what Rick was always saying about people are putting 50 tickets in because they were clicking submit, 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 but the screen wasn't showing that they were getting it, but they were getting it on that end. So click it once, and then be done, come back a little bit later and see if that message is here pending. But that's where you'd find that. But all of these are, I mean, just go in, and if you haven't explored this in your back office, please do, because you can really, you know, when people come to you and say, oh, I know where you'd go into my support center, you click submit a ticket, you go to my products, and you'd say, I have a defective clip. Click that, you put in your serial number, my clip broke, and please send me a new one. You know, it's really easy because it wasn't before, but now they've sort of designed the center to be a lot more proactive in getting your email with your specific issue to the right person, which I think is great. And I know that they're going to keep, you know, help keep increasing and keep helping, but it's still, they still don't have enough people to handle all the tickets they're getting in. So we still have to be patient, and we're still used to getting response times from other companies in 24 to 48 hours. And it's not happening here, although it is happening sooner. So we just have to know that we're still in startup phase, and it's just going to take a while.
Maria, I have a question and I need to go. I do appreciate educating me. What is that? I know it is $48 for the revitalization, whatever we call it. What is that per month on it?
And that is $48 per month. Let me go back to that real quick if it'll let me get there.
How long? Until
For
you
how-
have a subscription? Yes.
Until you decide to cancel it.
Okay, yes, I saw it. Okay, thank you for that.
Yeah, so it's $48 per month. And then you can try it out. And if you don't like it, you can just go in and cancel it. You go to your subscription. So let me go back. And then you'd come down here to my shop, and under my shop, my subscriptions. And if you had a subscription in there, it would read it right across here, digital nutrition or revitalization. It would say it. And then you could go ahead and make choices on to either renew or to delete or whatever that looked like.
Thank you.
Does that help?
Yes, dear. Thank you.
Good, good. Okay, does anybody have any more questions regarding the back office here that hopefully I can answer?
I have a question, Maria.
Okay.
My question is, I've been charged 2 months for a subscription that was not active. It did not, you know, show active. And
Right.
I submitted something, it's been over 6 weeks. So I just shut off the subscription and I put a request into that email. But how do I get the credit for those months?
Okay, so what you're going to do is I'm going to just show you where you go on that. If it'll let me get in back in here again. So please choose, and you're going to go to my orders, because it's an order, since there isn't one that says my subscription. And then here, you're going to say, not visible, delivery, promotion, invoice missing. Okay, it seems like there was one here that said.
There's reimbursement.
Yeah, I don't know if that's my tools, my promotion, maybe it's my products that I saw it. Cancel subscription. Problems during initial setup. Okay, again, if it's not here, I'd probably go to my products, because it is a subscription. I would put in my Healy number. I would choose other. Well, here, upgrades, features not activated. That's what you would use. My products, upgrades or features not activated. Put in your serial number, put in here in all caps. I just put in all caps. What is it used? What did you say it was? The Heal Advisor search or the digital nutrition or the DNSC bundle?
The
watch bundle.
Well, it was part of the bundle.
So
Yeah.
the connector fee, the connector app. So I would put in here, watch connector subscription not activated.
Mm-hmm.
And then put in the description, just, you know, I've had my subscription, I've paid for my subscription for 2 months. and it has not worked either month. And then put in your desired result, which is I would like a refund or an extension on my subscription for the time I paid, but it was not active. Please advise. And always put thank you and your name. And then down in here, you know, they have your information, but go ahead and put in here your username and your email and your phone number, your contact information. Sometimes it's nice for them if you put in your upline sponsor's name, username, so they know they're getting to the right place. Remember, we have 75-ish, 75,000 to 70 to 75,000 members in the United States. So that's, I mean, think about the tree and what your tree looks like. What's the grand scale tree look like? So we just need to make sure that we give them all the information we can. So that's what I would do there.
Okay, great, thank you.
You bet. Okay, anything, Willow? Willow, you have your hand raised. Did you want to say something? Okay, is there anybody else that has a question regarding this? And then we can move on to questions. I guess not. Okay, Gwen. Oh,
Yes.
Well,
Real quick, this
yeah,
is Jean. What is the exact website? I'm not real high tech. So how do we get to the back office? Where do we go?
okay. So how you're going to do that is you're going to go to, I'm going to type it in here for you. You're going to just say partner.healyworld.net/login. So partner.healyworld.net/login. Okay, and then you're going to click that and it's going to take you to the login page. Now this took me back to Carrie's. Let me log out. It'll bring you to this page and then you'll put your username and your password in. So this is your place that you get into your back office. This is not your website, but this is your back office.
Okay, then how do we get to our website?
Perfect. Okay, so let's go to a new tab and I'm going to type in healyworld.net/EN for English. And then your Light Life. I'm Light Life, so I'll do that. I can spell it. There may be partner in there that I'm missing. Yep, I need to put a partner in here. Healy World. I'm sorry. So healyworld.net/EN/partner. There you go, /Light Life. So healyworld.net/EN/partner/Light Life. You can type all this in here, the https://www, but you can just start typing here, Healy World.
Okay, is Lifelight your name or is
That's
that what
mine. That's my personal one. Yep. So but this is what everybody's website looks the same.
Okay, from that website, can we get to our back office or do we have to actually go to the other?
You'd have to go up here and log in and it'll take you back to one of two pages. Say goodbye to Steve, everybody. Bye-bye, honey.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
He's been my saving grace today. So there is, that's took me to my shop. And then if I wanted to go to my dashboard, then I would click here. Now this took me back to Carrie because I was already in his back office and the cookies are still very strong. So a cookie is just like a roadmap leading you to, a cookie is your computer takes bits and pieces of download from a website and stores it on your hard drive so that the next time you go to that site, the graphics come up faster. And so that happens all the time, just cookies wise, whether it's the bank that you go to, or if you hit a website like Amazon, if you go to Amazon, all of those websites are storing what they call cookies on your hard drive. And it's basically just a crumb trail to get you back to having all of your graphics upload faster. But the bad thing about it is I'm not in my back office here. I'm in Carrie's because I was in his before. So how I would get to mine, if it wouldn't let me because I've been in somebody else's back office, is I would log out. Okay, and then I would come up here. Now I have a PC. I do not have a Mac. And so maybe Gwen can jump in here when I'm done and we can figure out how to do clear cookies with a Mac. But if you click on this little lock and key, if you
Yeah, I don't
click
have-
on that, it'll say here cookies. And you click that and then see how there's all these cookies. So I'm just going to remove. I'm going to clear everything and say done. And I'm going to do that again. I usually do it twice. And I'm going to say done. And then I should be able to go in and log in. But that's how you clear the cookies here. I don't know how to do it on a Mac. So Gwen will have to show that when I give my screen back. So
Maria,
Mhm.
Mac. I don't have
Okay.
a Mac.
Maria,
Oh, I thought you did. Huh. Okay.
Maria, this is
Yes.
Willow.
Hi, Willow.
I had my hand raised, but I couldn't unmute myself quick enough.
No
get
problem.
the-
You're unmuted now. Go ahead.
Okay, so I placed my initial orders for several units in August. I still have not received my free unit. What do
Okay.
I need to do about that?
So you would go into, let me see if I can get there. Can I get there from here? Log in. I probably have to log in again.
And then I have one more question before I let you go.
Okay.
Okay, the iPayout thing, I know there's a phone number. I can't find it anywhere. When I filled out my thing, I did not put my birth date. I put my birth month, my birth year. I don't know why I didn't put my birth date, but it's not letting the iPayout thing. I can't even get into it anymore. So I need a phone number where I can call them and get this resolved.
So you should just be able to look online. Have you tried Googling it? Okay, I don't know why it's not letting me in with any of my stuff. So let me see if I
Yeah,
can
I've
get-
tried Googling it and I can't find it anywhere.
Okay, let me see if I can get in here and I can get to it. I thought I had this
Because
password.
I've heard that there's a phone number that you can call and just get things resolved like lickety split, you know? I haven't been able to find that phone number.
I've never
Okay.
heard of.
Yeah, there is. I think I even have it saved on my phone. 3275. There we go.
Oh my
Who
God,
is-
Maria, you're a lifesaver.
Who is number 2, Maria?
Who's what?
Whose number is it?
For the iPayout?
Oh,
Is that-
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
I missed that.
for the iPayout. I don't know if I have it saved in my phone. I can look for it, but we can look at it here.
Maria, it's at the bottom of that page. It has the contact information.
On the
I thought-
iPayout page.
Yeah, on the iPayout
Because
page.
when I go into iPayout, I can't even get into it at all. It won't even, it locks me out. I can't even get into it anymore at all.
Okay, so it's an 855 number. I don't see it on,
855.
I don't see it on this screen yet. Okay, I don't see it on this one. Somebody sees it, yeah, shout it out. Let me see if I can find it really quick because it's an 855 number. You know what? Let's try this. Let's go to,
I just put it in the chat.
oh, thank you. And I think we have it on ATP 123. If we go to your business and we go to, is it comp plan? Yeah, set up iPayout right here. Funds retrieval from e-wallet. Oh, it's an 866
Okay,
number. 866-844-5682.
Oh my
Maria,
God.
can I add
Thank
something
you
about
so much.
iPayout?
Sure.
So my understanding is, from what I remember, iPayout or e-wallet or whatever, they send you an email that gives you a username and password. And I'm wondering if that's what's missing for the gal who wasn't able to access it.
That's very possible. They do send you, and it's a really weird, it's an HPU
Yeah.
underscore
It's a
ID, and then you,
separate.
and then you have to
Yes.
use their password. You can change your password once you get into it, but you have to use that ID. You can't change the ID. So very good point, Sherry. That's possible. Willa, you might want to look. I think it was Willa who asked that. Go into your email
Yes.
and see if you can find an iPayout or an e-wallet. Search your email for it.
'Cause
Okay,
You
great.
can, Willa, you can access it from your back office, but you actually have to have the password username from iPayout or eWallet or whatever they are to log back in.
Good point.
Okay,
And
Thank
you
you,
can
great.
Sherry. I
save it.
forgot. It's been a
Yeah.
while, so I totally forgot about
Yeah.
that.
Okay, great. So what do I do about my unit that I haven't received yet since August? Do I need to put a ticket in on that?
Yes, I would. I would
Okay,
definitely put a ticket in on that.
okay.
I don't know
Thank
if
you
I can
so
get-
much.
I don't know if I can get back to that, but there is a fast start down here. If I go to my support, and let me see if I can get back into this.
If we haven't received our bracelets, will we do the same thing? Put a ticket in for that? Because I got a little notice that I was going to get mine. That was several months ago.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
could definitely
and
put in.
I ordered several different things with two of my orders that I placed that I never got, like extra leads and extra bracelets and all that. And the units came, but none of the extras that I ordered came.
So I would go back into over here. You would go to my shop. I'm showing this one because this is my promotions, the fast start. This is where you
Okay.
would put, I didn't receive, in all caps, didn't receive my free resonance, or didn't receive my free upgrade, and then put
Okay.
all that information in. Now, in this particular section, what you want to do is you want to come here first, go to my shop and click on my orders. Okay, now it says here, one
Okay.
of his failed, but for here, now he ordered a Healy and some cords, so cables. So if I view it, that would show that. But here's the order number. So in that, when you go into the support center to place your ticket, you want to go here first and say, this is the order number that I'm referencing on the 16th of November.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay,
find
good.
that information first, and then carry that information over here to the support center.
Okay.
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 So what you'll want to do is put in, you'll do the promotion because it's the fast start part. So let me submit
Right.
this again. You would go here to my promotions and choose my fast start. And now here, I didn't receive my free, whatever that was. You're going to put
Right.
in, my username, my email, my phone number, my upline sponsor, and then underneath that, I purchased my Healy on whatever that date was from the shop where you found that out. And
Right.
my order number is this. And because of my sales, I should have received a free resonance. Can you please let me know what the status is on that free device or free upgrade?
Great. Okay. Thank you so much,
Mhm.
Maria. I really
You bet.
appreciate it.
You bet.
Maria, on the
Uh-huh.
wrist bands that they were going to send me, it wasn't an order, it just didn't come with my Healy, and they said it was coming. So would I go to support on that too and just send a ticket in and tell them I
I
haven't
would
received it yet?
do order not visible. Let's see, promotion, invoice missing, payment. Let me look under my products. Watch master key. Problem with accessories, potentially there, or here, accessories. So you could do my products, put in your serial number because you already have your Healy, and then put in my accessories. And then in all caps say, I didn't receive my blank. And then down here, put in your username, your email, your phone, my upline sponsor's username, and then down below, this is my order number, so that they can reference this is the date of the order. I did not receive the items that I ordered. Could you please submit them to me, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, thank you. And then my daughter, who is got one under me, her Healy worked for about 2 months and then
Okay.
it quit completely. It won't pick up anything. Just stopped working. So any
The light
suggestions?
won't come on.
The light, the green light, yes, the green light comes on, but it won't connect to a Bluetooth.
Have you tried other devices with that?
Yes. Yes, we have. Mhm.
Okay. Have you done a hard reset on it?
I don't know even what that means.
So
You
you're
stop-
gonna, so the Healy's off, you're gonna take it and you're gonna, maybe I can do it here. Let's see if I can hold it up. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I'm gonna hold this down until the light comes on.
Maria, doesn't it have to be plugged in when you do that? I read that
No,
someplace.
well, yes, you can plug it in. It says it in there, but I'm
Okay.
just doing this for demo purposes.
Okay.
That I
got it.
think I'm holding it down, holding it down, holding it down, holding it down. Let's see if it comes on. It's usually 15 or 20 seconds.
Yeah,
Is
you
it
got
on
it.
now? Yep, there we go. So that's the hard reset. It's basically like rebooting your computer. You're just
Try that and see.
yeah. So try that.
Okay, but should it be plugged in?
The
said-
directions say, which I didn't know until our last call, which is you are supposed to have it plugged in before you do the hard reset. But I've had people do the hard reset all the time and it just seems to fix things, just kind of a reboot. But it does say in the manual to have it plugged in first. So
Okay, great, thank you.
if you're
And
one that follows the rules, you will plug it in.
If that
And
doesn't
Maria-
work, she has already sent a ticket twice about it and has not heard anything. So maybe it's just not I don't know where she sent it to. Is there a specific place that she should send it? Are we not going through the right places?
I would go to my products and
Okay,
I would go to my Healy. I would
okay.
put the serial number in and say Healy is defective. And then put in your username, your email, your contact information, and then go ahead and put, my Healy worked for a short period of time and is no longer working. I've tried the hard reset. I've plugged it into different apparatuses to try to charge it differently. I've used it on different phone devices, and it will not connect to Bluetooth.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
You bet.
Maria, when you're doing the reset, does that wipe out any programs that you've created
No.
or any clients? It
Oh,
does not.
No. It doesn't on the Blue app. You might, I don't know that, like if I were to turn this on right now and I don't know what this Healy had on it last, let's say it was running the Pure program.
Right.
Because it's blinking, it means that there is a program running. So I'm assuming that that means that the program that was last on there is still active and running. So, but maybe
So it
not.
doesn't remove any clients or anything that you
No.
created? Okay, good. All right,
No,
that's helpful.
No, because
Thank
it's
you.
just a device reset. All of your
Okay.
client information is in the cloud. So there isn't
Okay.
anything that disrupts that unless you do something in the cloud.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Uh-huh.
Maria, can I ask you a few things from the chat?
Yes.
Since you're in the back office, someone's asking, can they get the flyer in Spanish and where is it? Because when they change the language, it doesn't give them Spanish. I've seen Spanish back there, but I haven't needed Spanish, so I didn't click on it. Do you know if the Spanish links are working?
Yeah, let me look here. I just clicked on my tools and my downloads. So then I'm going to click, oh, I'm sorry, but this content is restricted to members. Well, I thought I was logged in. Maybe I'm not. What says Carrie? Let me try again.
I also have a question about
Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on, just because I have questions that came up earlier I didn't get to yet. So just hang tight for just a minute. I have about 3 to ask. Not to ask, but to answer, whatever.
Okay, so I'm going to go to tools again and my downloads. And this is a member, so I should be able to get access. I do have Carrie's permission. Okay, so I think when I click language, I can find it in Hebrew, but I can't, it doesn't let me scroll to find Spanish. So there's the revitalization one, English. If I just put in a category though, let's look at that. So was it specifically that flyer, Gwen, or is it something else they're looking for?
It just says find flyers. And I have seen when I'm typing English, I see the Spanish ones, especially in the user manuals. But since I don't read Spanish, I didn't go to see that their links are working. So I'm not sure which flyer she's talking about, but she's just asking in general, where do you get the Spanish versions?
Okay. Flyer.
The countries that speak Spanish, it seems like they would be available.
Yeah, so when I click on just flyer and I go in here, oh, let me click out of this.
That's my question, and I've already done all that. It's just disappeared.
So it says 4 entries. There's 29 in total, and even though I say that, it's still not letting me. I haven't looked for other ones. Let's do this. Let's just pick a flyer. I'm going to copy and paste up into here. I copy it here, and then I'm going to say Spanish. Again, I love Google, so let's see. Here's no. It says no results. Spanish archives. That looks like. Spanish archives. Let's see what that does. Healy programs, gold cycle. Healing accessories. It doesn't have the flyer. Interesting.
Maybe we can out and let people know next week. I haven't tried to look up one in Spanish.
Yeah, let's see if we can find some of those, and yeah, we'll just see what we can do. Because that would be really, yeah, go ahead.
Quick question. Okay, so on isn't the promo over? Didn't it just end?
On the 7th.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I thought it was today.
Yesterday's was the chance to go to Germany.
Yeah, I knew that one of the things just ended like since yesterday. Okay, so the question is on the promo, and I'm sure this works like they always work, but I can't get into my back office right now either. So when the question is on the promo, what do you do? So you enter the product that you are buying, like the resonance, and then you put in the coupon code, and it takes it down to the level below. Because
this time they're not requiring a coupon. It's going to be already added.
Oh,
so
okay,
let me show you.
Yeah,
because that was
saying that was gold, and then a second program, and then it upgrades, and it's too convoluted. So just if you don't mind, show that, because that's a good question, especially since the promo is still going on.
So so let's say they want to buy a resonance. Now I already have something in the cart, so I'm going to need to clear that, but I've just clicked on that. I'm going to say add to cart. And then I can either click over here where it says view cart, or I can come up here and click, this is your cart as well. So I can click view cart and it'll show me the cart, or I can click here and I can go view cart or checkout. So I'm going to say view cart, or I could access that through here. See, your back office is really fun. Okay. I'm going to click out of here and go down to 0, and say update cart. Okay. So now this is where we would have put in our coupon code before, after it decides to delete those. Okay, so here's where we would have put the coupon codes before, but see, look, it's already in there. So
I get it.
Here's the price of that.
Oh, no, but that's not my question.
Okay, what's your question?
My question was, can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, perfect. Hi. Okay. I get it for resonance, but I had instructed people if they were going to buy, if they wanted gold, to just go in and buy gold, and then that would allow them the free program that comes with gold, and it would also upgrade them to Healy Holistic Health. So some of my people did it that way, and then a few of them did it by putting in Healy Holistic Health, and it discounted it. So I wanted them to be able to get the free extra program with gold.
Okay, so here's what the promo looks like. You can't even buy a gold right now. So let me go in here and I'll show you.
All my people did. I mean, I did it with them. I sat and did it with them.
Okay, so let's say I want the learning one, add cart.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I guess it would let you buy that, but why would you buy that when you can get the holistic health for the same price?
Well,
that's my question.
I just assumed that it would go ahead and upgrade them to the Healy Holistic Health.
No, let me
No.
click out of this one. No, let me
What
click
do
out of
I
this one.
do with the two people that I had do it that way?
What would I do? I would go in and I would spend the $490 or whatever it's going to be to get the holistic health. And then I would go into the back office and ask for my orders return or whatever that one was, so that you can request an RMA, which is a return merchandise authorization, because you want a refund on that one. That's what I would do personally. But if someone doesn't have those funds, then you're going to have to look at trying to get with the company prior to the 7th, which right now I don't think is possible. So they're kind of stuck, unfortunately. Now, when we did this last time, we couldn't even buy the gold. We couldn't even
Right.
buy the gold. So it's unfortunate that they've allowed this to stay
That's
up.
right. So that, I gave them the wrong advice. I hate that, but okay.
So if I were in their shoes, what I would do, knowing that it's going to take about 3 weeks for me to get a refund on that one, is I would go in and I would purchase the holistic health because of what you get with it.
Well, of course. But I don't know why I made the assumption gold would automatically upgrade.
No, it's you get a discount on the next, the one, the higher priced one, you get a discount on it. So it's just the opposite, unfortunately.
That's upsetting.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many clients did you do that with?
3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would definitely, you can certainly try, but I would hate for them to miss out on this sale.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. Gwen, can you think of anything else that she could do?
No, not really.
Yeah, I just don't know why they would allow gold at all. So
yeah, the last time they didn't, which this surprises me, because I thought for sure
Yeah.
that you wouldn't be able to add it to your cart.
And
Can I
that's
say something, you guys?
Sure. Yeah.
I made a mistake in making a purchase, and then if you go to your My Shop and you see what you have ordered, you are able to cancel the order in there or make some kind of changes in your back office. And also, if you make a support ticket and say in capital letters, wrong item purchased, please help ASAP. I got my response within like 3 days.
That is awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
okay. I'll try that.
Let me go to that really quick if it'll allow me to get in quick. I know, Gwen, we're coming up on your hard break.
Yeah, and I wanted to make just an announcement or two. So tell me when you're at a stopping point. I'm going through the chat now, answering questions while you guys are covering the back office stuff.
Could you cover how to activate that new program when you subscribe to it?
You should get it activated just by purchasing it.
I've already done.
When you purchase it within 24 to 72 hours, you should be able to go into your Pink Dot app, go to the bottom and click on settings, and then go into check for updates. And then when it updates, when it's ready, then it should just show up in your Pink Dot app. Oh, but this is part of the blue app, isn't it?
No, it's pink.
Is it part of the Pink app? Because I don't have it yet.
It's the pink.
Okay. Yeah.
I've seen a
then you should-
screenshot.
okay.
When I already did mine, and as soon as I opened it up, it updated me.
Yeah. And another quick one, there were 2 more programs added to our pages for free last week. Has anyone gotten an update message on their Healy?
Yes.
You did, yeah? I did not, so I wonder, and I have the resonance.
Okay, I do not see a cancel order process canceled. Tell me what you put in here when you went in to cancel the order. Did you go to my
That's a good
orders?
question. Yes, I did. I did go to my orders because I input a wrong shipping address.
Okay.
And There was an option in there that helped me, and I
have
put a
custom
ticket right
matters.
away.
Payment method didn't work, revocation, which is to, I guess that would be my orders. Maybe that's the revocation. To me, that is like, I'm canceling out of everything. But maybe since it's my orders, that was that. Do you remember if that's what you picked?
Maybe, it was my orders. Yes, it was my orders.
My orders, and then you could do revocation, or you probably picked bill correction or shipping
Yes.
correction, change of address.
I did shipping correction,
Okay.
and they got back to me like really quick before they even sent it out. So there was
Okay.
no problems.
So that might be what you do, is you have those people go into, it has to be from their back office though, if they ordered the gold and they really
No.
wanted the holistic health.
So embarrassing that I told them the wrong thing.
No, just own it, and we're all learning. It's all good.
I have a question. I have a client who purchased a Healy and accidentally purchased two. She went in and canceled one. Healy verified that she had canceled it by email, and then she received two Healys and was only charged for one. What should she do?
Well, she can't activate it because if they canceled it, that serial number isn't gonna be good. So she needs to contact them and say, I was shipped an order that was canceled. I need a return merchandise agreement authorization in order to return it. So they know, so you know who you're returning it to, and then they can credit it.
But how is she supposed to know which one was not supposed to have been received?
So in the box, there's going to be a packing slip. And on the packing slip will be the order number. And the order number you'll be able to tell that box is for that. Did they both come in the same box or two separate boxes?
You know, I do not know.
Okay. Hopefully they came in separate boxes and she saved them. I'm telling everybody, please save the packing slip because that has your order number on it. So she should be able to go into her back office under my shop, my orders, and find the order number that goes with that. So like, let me just show you. Sorry, Gwen. Let me go in here real quick.
Yeah, after this question, we're going to have to stop you guys just because we have another call in 10 minutes.
So let's pretend that both of these came. Let's pretend that both of these came to this person. In one box should be on the packing slip. If I've got one here that I can show you real quick. No, I don't. I thought I had him here, but I don't. There on the packing slip, there's going to be this one. It won't say the serial number, but that whatever Healy was in that box, that's the order number associated with it. And then the other one. So she'll have to find out from them. She probably has to put in a service ticket to find out which serial number Healy is associated with her account.
Okay.
And then determine which one to send back.
Okay. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it.
You bet. Okay, Gwen, what do you want to do to tidy up?
Oh, okay. So I just want to say we're going to do this call again tomorrow and the next week. And if you guys saw the newsletter, if you got on this call somehow from someone else, if you send an email to me, I'll add you to the list and you guys will get notifications of these calls every Tuesday, unless it's a holiday week. We're going to try to keep doing these because a lot of people have questions. The other thing I was going to announce is something that Marie and I just decided literally before we got on this call and I'll send it out in a newsletter. So the question keeps coming up, where are these calls? And we are working on a YouTube channel. We have just been swamped since the advanced workshop. The YouTube channel is almost ready and it will be where all these calls are posted unless we said something we regretted later, because we don't have time to go back and edit. Like when I say regret, it's maybe we said something that maybe is not good because of medical advice or something like that.
Because Maria got a little mouthy. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, no, I wasn't going to say you, but anyway, it's very likely it was me, but we can
go through and we can edit that part out.
Yeah. Well, but there's some old calls that go back months that no one's going to take the time to edit those. We don't have time. So we just deleted them. But anyway, most of them are safe and secure, and they're going to go on a YouTube channel. And Maria, I appreciate you talking most of the time because my throat is
No
hard
problem.
to talk. I mean, it's not my throat. It just makes me want to feel like I'm going to start coughing.
You have your sexy voice on, so there you go.
Oh yeah, the sexy raspy one.
Yeah.
So anyway, what that YouTube channel will be free, available soon. But if someone was on our newsletter, which is a lot of you, I see a lot of regulars on here, then you have the Zoom calls from the past. You can share them with other people. They're just not on a Facebook group or something that necessarily someone could go look at. But every week after the recording is rendered, I send it out and send it to everyone on my list. And you just have to watch for those newsletters because there's no other way to get them right now. The other thing I want to announce is that Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, this Sunday, Maria and I are going to do about a 1 hour, I guess it depends on questions, but we're going to do about a 1 hour call, and it's going to be a special call on the prosperity stuff, the broadcasting, what we've been doing behind the scenes, which is a lot, and some of the people that we've had some really amazing testimonies. I'll tell you one quick funny one that I just told Maria. So I've had some amazing emails, and so has Maria. And the other day, Carol, who's Lindsay's mom, who's a very good friend of mine, one of my best friends, she called me and she goes, "Wow, that prosperity thing is really working for Lindsay." And I was like, "It is." Like, I was just like clueless. And since that started, I had given Lindsay a raise by several dollars an hour. And one of the Healy people had hired her as a part-time employee, side job. I was like, good for Lindsay. So anyway, I wasn't even thinking about that I had given her a raise in that same period of time. So it was kind of funny that one of the testimonies came from Lindsay because she put herself in the group. But anyway, we're going to talk about just what we're doing and explaining it. So whether you did not participate is fine, or whether you participated in the prosperity broadcast only and you're like, I really don't even know what I signed up for. That's like some of the questions I'm getting. And then the people that advanced workshop knows what they're getting and signed up for, because we did demonstrate that during the advanced workshop. But we wanted to actually have a chance to show everybody and answer questions about that. Like, we feel like that there's all these different side things that people have questions about, and they see the newsletter, they read it, and they go, okay, I still don't know what you're talking about. So it's going to be Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am going to send a Zoom, I guess it'll be Zoom. Yeah, Zoom link out in the next day or two. And so if you're interested in prosperity and sharing testimonies or hearing some of the testimonies and how it works and how we're doing this automated thing and how big, it's now huge, honestly. I work on it every few days, and I've just added a bunch of stuff just for emotions and being happy and being in love with yourself, and just some pretty awesome stuff in the last 2 weeks. That document hasn't been updated yet, but everyone that's participating is getting the list of what we're sending, at least what I'm sending. And then Maria's doing the thing every week where you're getting an email from her to try to bring prosperity into your life.
Awareness, just awareness. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you have no clue what Gwen just said because you're not part of this, please join us on Sunday because you want to know about it. And we'll explain it from start to finish, because those people that are actively in it need that explanation too. So even if you're listening right now and you're like, I don't know what they're talking about, if prosperity and wellness interests you, join us on Sunday, because you'll be glad you did.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Well, we got to close this call because, like I said, now we have another one in 5 minutes and I need a potty break. So you guys have a great evening. We love you, and we'll talk to you.
We love you guys.
Hey, Gwen,
yeah.
Is there a link? I didn't get a link for this call right after this.
I sent it out to everyone on the email list. So
the same email that this one was on.
No, it wasn't on this newsletter.
Oh, it wasn't on this one. You're right.
People, it was only to the people.
Guys. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Who is this talking?
I'm Suzanne. Yeah, I looked at the email that this came out on and it was not there.
No, it wasn't on this one because it's private for the advanced workshop people. It's a separate email that I sent out a few days ago, maybe Sunday.
Sunday? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Is it Suzanne Simpson?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I can't see who's talking. Okay, well, I couldn't see the name. So just, if you don't, just go look at your emails because I send it either Sunday or Monday and it's a special Zoom call for just the people that attended the advanced workshop.
Okay, I'll check it out. I didn't see it, but I'll check it.
Okay. All right, we'll be on there in just a minute. Bye, you guys.